So, mate, if you were a bookmaker then, what would your rules be? Or what would you change about what they're doing now?
In my life, like, I've always been big on things needs to be fair.
Yeah.
And if you look at the way everyone is advertising and the way they're acting, it's not fair.
No.
I think now it's more common for people to know, like, actually that people are getting limited if they are good at betting. And, like, I would not limit anyone. Of course, like other people, yes, there's certain, based on the way your book looks, you will allow bigger bets. And if you're pricing up something you think is reasonably fair, you think you have 1% margin, 4% margin, and 10% margin, you're kind of trying to fill up that 10% margin. But that price would still look appealing compared to the market, because you don't want to give away where you think the value is as a book. And you need to price yourself depending on how the other books are pricing themselves to not give that away. So what I would do is just more have it more fair to people and not limit people, and of course trying to bank as much as possible based on what my books are based on what my position is supposed to look like.
Yeah. Because it doesn't really, I mean, it obviously makes sense if you're a business, but it's just incredibly unfair, isn't it? That you can limit people who are doing really well, but for people who are doing really bad, who it's basically a disease.
Yeah, I think as a sports book, it should be a kind of like, if they have accepted bets from me that is $5,000 on average, if they were to limit me, they should only be allowed to put me down to half a size or something like that.
Yeah.
So as a bookmaker, they should make a decision when they start, like, okay, whatever we allow to give you, we will also continue to give you. If they want, after I place a trade, just adjust the price, adjust the books. Now you know my position. Use it to your advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like the other day I signed up with Unibet for the first time, and I traded for one day with them. Probably like 20, 30 trades, and I made a profit of $50, a massive $50. Sunday, I go into my account, and they're like doing probably like a quarter of my, let's say I wanted to stake $50. They're only allowing me like $10, $20. It's like, I made $50 off you guys in one day.
They're like, like, I don't know, the size of Unibet they're pretty big.
Exactly.
And they're willing to give away, how much was the thing with the chess in Norway? Like £5 million or something they were giving away to chess? And they're letting you bet $10.
Yeah, I know.
Like, how can you call yourself a bookmaker and operate like that?
Yeah. And I mean, I've had in general, like I've had way better experiences with the Scandinavian bookmakers, to be honest, in terms of limiting, like the likes of Coolbets, and I've been way more successful with them, and they still. Do you think is there a reason for that? Unibet's based in the UK.
Unibet is Swedish, I think, are owned by Swedish people.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know, like. They also seem to be doing quite well, so maybe that's the reason. They're just greedy.
Yeah.
But like cherry-picking customers, like if you want to bet $50, they should come back and say, okay, sorry, we priced this wrong. And reprice it and say, do you still want to place a trade based on this price? But then they can't just deduct the price you want to bet on. They would have to increase the other sides as well. And if you see they're always decreasing whatever side you want to bet on, all right, hit them with first that you bet on the away team when you want to bet on the home team, and then you change when they offer you a new price. Yeah. So it needs to be fair.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Do you have a record limiting time?
I don't have a record, or not that I can remember. That's like, because it's so long ago since I did this.
Yeah.
So no, nothing that comes to mind. But I mean, it doesn't get much faster than one day, does it?
Yeah, I mean, my stakes was only. It was only my stakes that have been limited. I was just like, I just couldn't believe it.